We are live. Welcome, everybody.
Yay.
Hello.
Today we are continuing with our Conan campaign. This will be session number 4, I believe. So that means for most of the people here, characters will be locked in after we start, with the exception of Boulder, who has an extra week.
Because I slept all day last week.
Okay, so in light of that, is there any character changes that need to be brought up? Any bookkeeping?
None that I'm aware of.
Negative.
Kudo's gonna increase his brawling to 18.
Okay. Kudo was 50%. You're starting
100%.
100.
That's a serious dog. I'm going to take him as my ally when you turn evil, or we have to put you down.
Yeah, we should actually start turning you evil.
Start?
Are you kidding? When he turns feral, the dog's going to kill him.
And I'll
Yep.
say, who's a good doggy? Yes, you are.
That would be humorous.
It should be me.
We're almost coming up to a week. Okay. All right, if there's no other bookkeeping, we'll kick this off. Quick recap. You guys were... Let me just put the dates down. Actually, that's incorrect, because you actually spent a night in the woods.
Clearly, Balder was a lot drunker than I thought. He doesn't have any memory of last week.
Obviously, you were very drunk.
And we could have got ourselves into so much fun.
Okay. No, why did that not work? There we go.
I wonder what the actual Gregorian date would be if this were actually blah blah BC like it would be.
It might actually be possible to work that out. In the Conan book, there is a timeline.
That's true.
So there might be something in there that would allow you to link it back. All right, so the quick recap from last week. You guys decided to go rescue the women because you're big damn heroes. You ventured over Black River, which is a breach of the treaty between the Picts and Aquilonian.
They started it first.
Yeah, is what it is. You ventured along the river up towards Wolf Village. On your way, you passed a burial mound, which you guys decided to not investigate.
Why not?
And
So disappointing.
Why didn't we investigate?
because you're slack, you're scared.
That was a wasted roll.
And you continued on to one of the satellite villages near Wolf Village, so you haven't actually gone to Wolf Village itself. You arrived at... which one was it? This is the one.
Not the one.
So you arrived at this village and have managed to work out that the women are here. They are currently being tied to posts over here, the ceremonial posts as marked on the map there. They are being fed and given water and such. As far as you can tell, they haven't come to any sort of harm yet.
Apart from the fact they're tied to ceremonial posts.
There is that.
Right.
But that could be a good thing.
So we're going to do a frontal assault and kill everybody, right?
I believe that was the
No.
plan, yeah.
No, we are not frontally assaulting.
Why not? We can take them.
I'm not sure that's true.
Think
As
of the
was-
glorious death it could lead to.
As was mentioned, the Picts here in this village are fairly complacent. It's like, they're not expecting trouble, so they're not on high alert or anything like that.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. especially when it's BCE and Spain's not even a thing yet.
And it comes in the form of the Phoenix Cohort.
That's right.
Iberia is not a thing. Yeah, so the plan was down there right about where it says ditch. We were going to make a log bridge over the moat.
I can throw you
And-
across.
Well, we had discussed that sort of thing. And climb the wall, get inside, grab the chicks, get one of their ladders because they have ladders around the place, and or two of the ladders, and put one on the inside, one on the outside, and everybody ladders out. All this in the middle of the night, or dark 30, whichever is better.
So don't need to shout about there being a cave then.
No, we're not there yet. There may be a cave later.
Approximately how far are we away from this village?
Close enough to get a map. It's convenient they have the thing outside the village where it's like, hey, you are here. Here's the map thing.
Yeah, I know, right? That was useful. There was like a 100-yard clearing, 50 yards, 100 yards,
Thereabouts.
something like that.
So it's reasonable if I say that we're about 100 yards away from the center of the village, or wherever it is I might want to cast this mystic mist when the time comes, if we need it.
So you'd be 100, if you wanted to go to the center of the village, it would be, say, 100 yards plus whatever edge to the center is. I think that's about 60 odd yards to the center of the village.
Well, so I am not particularly great at stealth, which is understandable. I'm a very large fellow.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of depending on darkness and complacency in the guarding.
Yeah, I was also thinking you probably need to cause a commotion once we nab the chicks, like, start burning some buildings.
Right. One of the other things we were going to do was Pentius was going to cast that fate thing on everybody, so they at least get one designated success.
That's true.
Is it that we get a automatic success or we get a reroll?
It was automatic.
Oh, that's dangerous.
See if maybe the GM can actually share the description of Twist of Fate. It should be listed under abilities.
I don't know if he has to. You can just turn the module on.
Well, the module is on, but I'll see if I can share it.
Yeah, but
Something else
we have to turn it on ourselves too.
Something else
Yeah.
to keep in mind, though, is most of us are not going to willingly let someone cast magic on you.
Well, that's another
It's
matter.
like superstitious and cowardly lot. Okay, just superstitious. I won't go so far as saying cowardly because that's not true. You're gonna have to become a pickle merchant.
Yeah, there may be some of that.
So as I understand, as we were waiting for the night to fall, Balder was gonna basically chop down some trees that we could use for crossing the moat.
That's
And
not
then-
exactly a quiet thing.
But it's a pretty big forest.
It doesn't matter. Have you ever been, felled a large tree?
We don't need
They
a
are
large
they're
tree.
loud.
And frankly, we could just use deadwood. We just have some hauling to do.
Plus,
True.
the noise of my chainsaw is really gonna alert everybody.
So if you wish for me to do this, I'm going to have to prepare some space so I can at least get ready to cast this. And then it's about 5 minutes for me to cast it on each person.
Yeah, you keep that stuff to yourself. My sister-in-law already gave me a stamp of strangeness. I don't need another.
Or whoever wants it.
I'll take it.
That's one.
Weirdos.
Actually, I think the last time I had that, you snuck up on me.
That's true, I did.
So why is it spelled ability with an IE instead of a Y or IES?
Because that seems to be a consistent editing miss on whatever native program you use to build the modules.
It's Canadian
Right.
spelling.
That's what I was thinking.
I think someone just forgot.
someplace.
Someone just forgot to add the S on that tagline.
That's it. Throw Fantasy Grounds under the bus. Get under the bus, Smiteworks.
Where are we looking?
I was just looking over there in the chat window at the link ability colon twist of fate,
Ah, interesting.
and it's totally not a surprise. The guy whose real life job is being a QA guy noticed that.
I wonder if that's a rule set thing or if that's a Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure. I've just noticed that it's always been there.
I think that's Fantasy Grounds.
So it's going to take me a minute to draw a circle in the ground.
It may not be Fantasy Grounds because abilities and traits is categories that were created for the rule set.
Right, but the word ability is not in the title of the abilities.
Right. Well, apparently I'm going deeper into the forest to get a tree.
All right, what sort of skill roll?
Beats me.
Do you have any
And
sort of
I-
combat engineering?
Nope.
It
And
shouldn't
I-
require much.
And I
Do you have
successfully
soldier?
roll-
Oddly enough, I do not, and that was kind of intentional.
I have soldier.
Then I guess we'll do an IQ roll. This will represent how well you actually pick your trees and...
Please fail. Please fail. Yes, I failed. I come back with a crappy, half-rotten tree. Will this do?
Want me to roll intelligence too?
Well, no, not unless you went there and helped.
That's
Uh,
weird.
For the rolls I've put up in the box, that just means that I've successfully created a
Yeah,
circle.
I think that those will work just fine.
And I'm sitting in it, and I'm charging it with mana to cast spells.
Okay.
Man, it'd be really unfortunate if I dropped the tree on his circle, wouldn't it?
Okay, so since Kurgan was assisting Boulder, that becomes a fail by 2.
Woohoo!
So you have some trees that, or a log that you intend to use to ford this moat. It seems perfectly functional. It'll do the job just fine.
Wood is wood. Yeah.
All right, so you have your log.
Seems that way.
What's your next plan?
I don't know. I'm not the plan guy. All right,
I
plan
do
guy.
have survival woodlands.
Very Nikkei,
We can
Yeah,
also
so
do
do
a
but I failed that.
I said-
Would've been a fail.
I think we discussed it last week that I'm good with doing a tactics roll for Benny's.
Right.
So I have tactics at 10.
Yeah, my concern here is whether or not that tactics roll, if it fails, would give them rerolls.
Well,
Here we go.
Sure.
Pentius,
No,
cast the twist of fate on me, and I'll have an automatic success with my tactics.
that really might not help. It depends.
Why don't I try casting Twist of Fate on those who want it to see if it actually works?
all right. Well, let's address the twist of fate first.
Okay, so I'm going to cast this on each person who wants it. I'm using a basic magical component with the casting to give me a bonus of 1.
Are you taking any
Hopefully-
extra time?
I suppose I could. I mean, we aren't exactly rushing in there, but let's just see how this goes with the basic magical component.
I'll say that
Kurgan's gonna explode.
just to introduce some randomness into this, for every hour that you're doing preparations, we'll do a reaction roll. On a poor, there's a potential that you're discovered, and on a bad, you are discovered.
Poor is 50-50.
No, neutral is 50-50.
Poor is a 9, and 9 is basically 50-50.
So don't roll low.
So if I were to describe the charging of the circle of mana, I would maybe describe it this way: that you suddenly sort of see the foliage on the ground kind of lift, or somehow make some sort of a magical movement or swirling ever so slightly.
Does anyone have
Get
any
away from-
phobias or anything like that of magic?
No, but I'm getting away from it anyway because it's creepy.
I don't like wizards.
And I'll
He's a wizard.
happily cast it on whoever wants it first. So here we go.
Bergen, me.
I want you to totally foobar this and him explode because that would be funny.
How much extra time are you taking?
I'm not going to take any extra time. I'm just going to take the usual 5 minutes to cast it.
Okay.
Fuck
That was
my
a
life.
bad.
Yes. Time to
Why? Why
explode,
did you
buddy.
have to say it? Why did you have to speak it? Come on.
That's
Seriously?
awesome. That's awesome.
hilarious. So you're casting this spell, and the Kurgan just Thanos clicks out of there as he just turns to ash.
So we can. Here's what happens with a critical failure.
Probably the end.
Critical failures are two. Oh no, that's the spell description.
So critical failure. The spell fails spectacularly. The GM should use the spell's full SP, spell points, minimum 30, to power a ritual that hurts the caster and his allies or helps their enemies.
So an SP 30 bad spell.
Ignite fire.
And that spell, Twist of Fate, had an initial cost of what?
20.
Yeah, so you get to go up to 30.
Well, we're getting off to a great start.
Hey, I got to get that one out of the way.
It only lasts for an hour as well,
That's correct.
so you're not going to have too much time.
That's true. We're not
Or
going to be able to do
using
that
it.
until later.
So yeah, it's over to the GM to decide what nefarious way he wants that to play out.
I'm open to suggestions from all the players except for the victim.
Well, the victim could be me. It could be everybody else in the party. I think it should go to the universe.
Yeah, that's not very specific, though. My
Well, it
suggestion
said that either the caster and the party gets hurt in some way, or there's some kind of benefit to our enemies.
Exactly.
So
my
say-
suggestion is the grass of the circle catches fire.
I say I rolled the crit. Let me roll the reaction, universe reaction, and the GM can decide.
All right.
Well, the reaction's not going to help. It's not going to describe what happens.
The reaction will
noticed that
determine
critical spell
how.
failure tables.
Will
The reaction will decide. Will decide whether it's me, the party, or it's going to be the enemy that's helped.
Mm.
all right. So give us a universe reaction roll.
Party. I'm not even
Which
near
is which? You didn't actually decide which was which.
Well, I'll leave it to the GM.
I'm going to say poor is going to affect the group.
So the
Alright.
tree Balder was taking down turns into a malevolent treant.
All right. There is going to be, as you finish casting your spell, the ground begins to glow a magical sort of blue, and then this pillar of light just sort of shoots up into the sky and illuminates the whole bit of forest around you. For some reason, this pillar of light, it looks like there's an arrow pointing down with the words, "They are here."
So I'm starting to understand why Berenike doesn't like wizards.
Mm-hmm.
So it first starts as small, and then it just grows, and then it sort of explodes into a thing of light. At least there's no darkness penalties.
Guess they know where we are.
That right there is exactly the kind of distraction we could have used.
Well, I suppose. So, quick thinking. Let's all run around to the other side of the village.
That's a good idea. While they come and investigate here.
Would you? Does this trigger a curiosity roll on my part?
For what?
For what's just happened? Not hurting me, and it's damn curious.
I think it's
Isn't it
pretty
obvious?
obvious what it is. It's a light of arrow pointing down at you.
All right, so what are you doing? The forest is well lit in a blue magical aura, and you're fairly certain this can be seen from a long way away.
Yeah,
Do what
that's,
Berenike said. Run around to the other side.
that's my thing. I'm going.
All
We
right.
should not be here.
What time of night did you start casting these?
Well, if
For the
they only
purpose of
last
darkness
an hour,
paintings.
if they only last an hour, then it's probably an hour before we were supposed to go, right?
Yeah.
So when would that have been?
Like, oh, dark 30.
2 a.m. Because nothing good happens at 2 a.m.
All right, so if it's 2 a.m., who hasn't slept?
Well, it's likely none of us have slept yet.
Yeah, I think none of us have.
All right, so everyone stayed up. Yeah, didn't sleep beforehand.
Oh, you could have been taking some power naps, maybe.
I think it's one fatigue per
I don't-
certain number of hours that you don't sleep.
I don't think it's immediate.
Let's do it via a health roll. Everyone make a health roll. If you fail, subtract one fatigue from being, tired.
Yeah, it's just not my day.
Man, that twist of fate just knocked it out of you, and you fainted.
It's it's really starting off in a great way.
It lives up to its name, Twist of Fate.
Okay, GM.
So
What paddling have I rolled myself into now?
critical fail. It's no extra, so you just take one fatigue. So you're tired,
So lucky. I would have said you take 2.
and you will be all right for the next 4 hours ish. All right, so you're gonna move around to the front of the village.
Well, I don't know if front's the bright idea. I'm thinking
The other
you probably
side.
go over there.
Yeah, but we don't want to have to climb the wall at this point. We're not going to be able to bring the logs up or anything. We're going to have to go over the bridge.
That's a really
Well, you're
long
gonna-
way to go.
You will
Yes.
assume that the gates are closed at this point too.
Well, they're going to have to leave via the gates.
If they do, I mean, I would think that in a village like this, it's like something weird happened. They make sure the gates are closed, raise all the warriors, and get them to be going. All right, what's going on? You do not venture out into the woods at night in unsettled Pickland.
We have no idea what they're going to do or not. We're all playing it by ear here.
All right, so let me put a token down.
You can always hope that brilliant light is scaring the crap out of them too.
It's just a wall. We can climb it.
Yeah, but if we climb it and they either aren't asleep or haven't left, we haven't really accomplished anything.
Well, here's another thing we could do is, do we retreat for the night and come back the following night?
All right, I've dropped a token onto the map there, so move yourselves to where you're headed. And I assume you're leaving the log behind?
I'll carry the log unless somebody's like, no, we're not going to need that.
Yeah, we're not going to need that.
Are
If
you
it
able
was
to
gonna-
move the token?
I'm letting Berenike
yes.
move it. He's the party leader.
So move that to where you're intending to go.
Yeah, where are we going, Berenike? What's the
Over there, I
Watcher's-
guess. Obviously not that close.
What's the Watcher's hut?
It's
like a
Watcher's hut.
Like a guard tower sort of thing. Is this going to be done with stealth or not stealth?
This will be done with stealth back in the woods, not in the middle of the clearing, that is.
That's fine. Brian's just looking for another critical fail from somebody. Looking right at Nosh.
I think there was a group stealth roll. Someone found that somewhere.
Standard group roll thing.
Is there anyone that doesn't have stealth?
No,
I have it.
Pictish has stealth.
Is there anyone that is in medium encumbrance?
Nope.
Is there anyone that's in no encumbrance?
Yep.
Kudo.
So I'm assuming everyone is in light. Most are in light.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matthias is in light.
Okay.
That was Andricus. He actually spoke.
Anyone that doesn't have the stealth skill? All right. We'll assume that everyone does. So who's going to be the stealth lead on this?
I have 14.
I only have 13, so that knocks me out.
I got 12.
I've got 12.
I have a sad discovery.
Uh-oh. So we're using mine at -5.
If you're moving
And-
fast, yeah.
And if they're trying to find us, they get a +1 because I'm big.
Where was that from?
DF 25 or DF 16, sorry. Wilderness. Page 25.
Right. For anybody just listening, the role he had is party scouting and force can still try to be stealthy, but uses the group's lowest stealth at -5 for haste, and the largest SM among the adventurers and their mounts and vehicles modifies enemy vision. Let's see if I can fail it. Yes.
Wow.
This is going
What is
marvelously.
with you wanting to fail stuff?
I
And
think
we're
it's
not
funny.
doing. Are we doing this in haste or not? I don't think we're doing this in. We're not doing this fast,
It still would have been a fail.
but not
I rolled
failure
a
by
15.
8.
Now we are still at 100 yards for starters at least, and in woods, so we've got cover as well.
And there is a distraction of a big bright light that everybody's going to be looking at.
There is also a big distraction.
They're going to hear big crashing and think it's a monster that's running away.
Except for the tree troll they put in for the rear guard.
Remember, this is Conan, so it's not exactly traditional fantasy stuff. If you run into actual monsters, they're generally by themselves.
Okay, so with that roll, the darkness and all that sort of stuff, anyone observing might hear you, but they're not going to know exactly where you are. But in this case, you get to the location that you want. This would have taken you maybe 10 minutes? 10, 20
200
minutes?
yards. So if we were actually running, it'd be like 200 seconds. So 5 minutes.
Well, I'm assuming that you're stopping just to make sure that, there's no one around. Then you
And it is
You
in
do
a
the whole-
forest.
do the whole. Okay, go. So
Yeah, well,
not-
5 minutes would be, 500 yards if
So we'll say 10
actually
minutes.
yeah, whatever.
So there's
5 to 10
another
minutes.
another hour of the beacon.
Can I make a observation roll or perception roll to see if the light has had any effect on the village? Do we hear any motion or see anybody leaving the village?
Nope, they're all dead. Everybody's dead inside.
You not while you're moving, but if you sort of come out so that you can actually see the village, then there's a potential that they can see you as well. Should have made it that this beacon of light came
Follow
on.
us.
Actually, was emanating from one of you guys. Damn it!
Oh crap! The blue light's following us, guys.
No, it's not. That's why he said, damn it. He didn't say it.
So, are you willing to expose yourself?
Not during the jog, but when we do get to our spot, I would, stealthily move out to observe.
And get
Alright.
hit by an alligator.
Roll stealth, please.
18. Damn it. Damn it.
Those are some big numbers there.
It's not big enough.
Starting to think we should just postpone this game and pick it up next week.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's +2, so success by 9.
You maneuver yourself into a position
You're
where
also
you
gonna
can
have
see
darkness penalty.
the village. The darkness penalties we had established was going to be -6.
Oof.
Yeah, it was like a half
So that'd be
moon,
plus-
but
So success by 3.
I think it was half moon, but less.
no, you were given some extra penalty for having the canopy, but around the village itself, that won't be the case.
So we'll say -5. I think that's half moon.
I think that's right.
So you'll have -5. So that's going to be a succeed by 2. Your vantage point, you don't seem to have been noticed. You will see that the gate is open, and there is a half dozen picked warriors that have departed the gate and are moving around the western side of the village and heading south
We should
towards
damage them.
towards the light. The gate is then closed again. You do also see there's a few locations on the wall, like random spots, where you'll see a picked head sort of peer over the wall for a little bit, observe, then disappear, and then reappear somewhere else. So you
Like
would
whack-a-mole.
imagine, they put up a ladder, they're looking around to see if there's anything going on. They see nothing, so they then move on. It's not just like one person doing it. There's a few at a time.
Can you kind of pinpoint on the wall where they're popping up at?
So they'll pop up over
Did we
there.
ever get a count of how many what the population was, what the number of warriors might be?
You imagine the warrior count is going to be in the vicinity of 50-ish.
So I'll relay the information back to Barinke, what I'm seeing. And my recommendation is they're on high alert now. I don't think we're going to get in tonight.
Frickin' wizards.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
If anyone has tactics you're welcome to make a roll.
I can try.
I might be unwise for me to try.
Baron Nike not have tactics?
He does, but that doesn't mean Paul's going to jump on it.
Kurgan, you're thinking this through, and tactically speaking, you would imagine that they're going to be on alert, because they're going to find that location. They're going to see that the tracks and stuff like that. So they're probably going to be on alert for the coming nights.
So what am I seeing from a tactical situation? Is now the best time, or have we kind of screwed up our chances?
Well, that's entirely up to you guys, but you would know that they're going to find the location that you guys were at, and they're probably going to start tracking you.
They're not going to be doing that at night. Tracking at night
I
is
don't know, they might.
useless. They'd
They
be
are
operating
Picts
at
after all.
-6.
They might have torches or something, but the thing is, they're going to respond to the fact that you've been there.
No, this mission is blown for the time being. There's only a dozen or so that went out. If we're estimating 50 warriors, that means there's at least 30 something still in there, and they're all wide awake right now.
Yep, I would say this is blown. I think a tactical retreat at this point.
We can take them. It's only 50.
Go on, Boulder. Start
You
Leroy
do realize
Jenkinsing
we're
it.
not here to make a political incident.
We've already crossed the river and breached the thing. It's already a political incident.
Well, they don't
No,
know
they don't
who
know
it
it's
is
us
yet.
yet.
But it's
I'm
true.
gonna-
We are gonna have to cover our tracks somehow.
That's
Whatever
what
we
you
do
use.
here.
Counter tracking, right? So tracking to cover tracks.
It's a contest.
Lead them into an ambush site.
What if I tried making one of you look like a pick?
Balder would kill him,
That's
I'd be open
probably
to
true.
that.
even if you made him look like a Pict. You wouldn't make him look like a Pict that they know lives here, so that might not work. It's maybe
Not to
worth a
mention, it's
try.
got the language issue. Yeah, you may speak it broken, but they'd immediately note, oh, hey, this guy doesn't speak the language. We should fill him with feathers.
Arrivederci.
Right. I think we should ambush the guys that went out to look at our stuff. Or look at the big glowy stuff.
That's kind of a consolation prize and may make the situation actually worse. I don't know if we have a better plan at this point.
Twist of fate really screwed us up.
It helped.
What a twist.
What a tweet!
Exactly, that's a twist.
In one roll, you went from all rosy, things are going great, to total shit.
Love them critical failures.
The
Sounds
universe
like
loves you. All right, so what's the plan?
Right now, we have to disengage. We disengage, try to cover our tracks a little bit, reassess, talk about maybe ambushing somebody. I don't know.
Well, what would the point of ambushing someone be?
Well, that's kind of my thinking. Is I'm not
Get the blood
as much
pumping.
as I'd like to. As much as I'd like to get something done here, I don't know that that's necessarily going to be productive.
Make me feel better.
Well, Baldur Jenkins.
Ah, yes.
I don't know
You
who
have
that
a
person
person?
is.
Do you have impulsiveness?
I do not.
Damn.
But
Actually,
I
that's a
am
good point. Does
overconfident.
anyone have impulsive?
I don't know if anybody in this group actually does.
Right. Okay. Well, we're chickening out. I'm not, super happy with that.
What
Alright,
about
so-
just staying in place and watching how they respond tomorrow, what they do with these women? Take the time to camouflage our location and keep observing. Maybe they move them.
I'm gonna start covering up tracks as we decide what we're doing.
Okay, give me
Well, we
a
know-
tracking roll.
No, we're disengaging and we're getting some distance.
Still need to cover our tracks as we disengage.
This will be, you can get assistance from someone, but you can't get assistance from Kudo.
I think I'm the only other person with tracking.
So you can get assistance from someone to counter track.
That's a big maybe. Let's see. Nope. Made it worse.
So you're going to be rolling -1.
Well, let me see. Can I use a complementary role like camouflage,
Nope.
survival woodlands?
In this case, no. Actually, I think the counter tracking roll is also an IQ, not perception based.
Wouldn't be any different for me.
Would be for me. So IQ based.
Well, make an IQ based roll. We'll see if it makes a difference.
I succeeded by 1. Imagine that. Whew. Even with the -1 assist.
Okay, so there's a -2 for woodlands.
That's appropriate. He's like, yay, I made it by 1. And Brian's like, oh, yeah, you're off to a -2.
But I have survival woodlands, so I know how to live in the woods.
No, that's for that spell. That's not for the actual tracking roll.
Gotcha. All right, so it's just going to be a straight up contest.
God, I didn't realize your tracking was that low.
Well,
With-
that's using IQ. My tracking's at
If it was
13.
perception, how much
No.
better would it be?
13. So success by 4.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be by 4. Because it's only increasing by 2. Going from
Oh,
11 to 13. It'd be by 3.
Success by 3. Yeah.
You can't math.
Whatever.
And it makes perfect sense that I wasn't helpful because it's like, so there we're dragging the stupid stuff to cover the tracks, and you realize I have really big feet. Oh, yeah, I'm leaving a big footprint there.
Should have probably been done in the box.
Too late. So when we relocate, I'm presuming this is mostly towards Berenike. We're still wanting to keep eyes on the location.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you're going to keep relocating, but keep eyes on the village? Is that the way I understand it?
I'm not concerned about having eyes on the village at the moment, but when we disengage, we go to a rally point and we set up a perimeter and keep an eye out for people tracking us.
Oh, I thought we'd want to keep an eye on the village too.
Well, we're gonna want to do that at some point, but for now, we need to make sure it quiets down first.
That should have attacked.
Well, you're welcome to go. If throwing yourself on somebody else's spear was going to be a good enough death for me, I would have done it a long time ago.
Okay, so you're going to set up like a camp where you're going to then watch? Is
I
that the
wouldn't
plan?
call it a camp. It's not a camp, it's a perimeter.
Around our
But yes.
All right, so we'll do a survival woodlands roll to find a location.
Anybody have better than 13?
I got a 10.
No,
Well-
don't roll.
While, there's normally someone that is the designated scout. So someone will be responsible for it. It's not simply going to be who's the best at this.
I could be the designated scout. I got a 10.
No, you're not good at it.
I am confident. I am too good at it.
All
Are
right,
you
so you
insulting
get to
my
choose
capability?
2. Comfort, concealment, lines of sight.
I'm gonna go with probably at this point lines of sight and camouflage.
That wasn't an option.
It's
Concealment.
Oh, concealment.
whatever.
Whatever. Same thing. Lines of sight
No,
and
it's not.
concealment. So we want to be able to see them coming, but not see us. We want more concealment. Make it harder for them to track us and see
we've
us.
got a really bad feeling they're going to be able to track us here.
Let them calm.
Okay, so you set up. Is anyone going to be sleeping? Or are you just going to be all alert and watching?
We're going to be up for a while.
I'm going to try to sleep, but probably not going to do anything.
Can I use esoteric medicine to see if I can get like a herbal tea that will help us with our fatigue? Like scrounge around for herbs?
You're going to be at darkness penalties.
What?
Yeah.
So 13 minus 6 or 13
Since
minus
you've-
4?
Since you retreated back into the woods, it was -7, I think, we decided.
Right, I think that's true. Yeah, I never found a treatment of caffeine in GURPS.
It's kind of being aware of like certain plants and stuff, naturalist earth or esoteric medicine, herbal, saying, hey, this can help us with our fatigue.
That wasn't a question.
I would imagine coffee would maybe offset 1 fatigue, which will...
And I can take time, right?
You can, yeah.
If you're looking around for plants, you're not watching for bad guys.
You guys
Right
can
now
watch
we're
for bad
watching-
guys.
Right now we're watching for bad guys, and all
Okay,
eyes
I'll
will be
deal with it
watching for
later.
bad guys.
I'll deal with it later. We're all watching, so perception, observation, perception, keeping an eye out. I will take some time to further camouflage the area if I can to help further the
won't,
concealment.
It won't. You can't do that. You've already made the survival roll.
Oh, well, I was okay.
That's an interesting question, though. Can you actually improve it?
I think there would be grounds to camouflage yourself. Yeah, I guess. Make it a complementary skill or something.
Let me roll. Well, let me look.
Well, what are the effects of the concealment?
From memory, I think it's a -2 to see you.
So I'd probably just use whatever mechanics they have for a concealment, and if it improves, it improves.
I'm just looking for it.
It's not that important.
Yeah, it's not that important. I mean, it's more of maybe when I get into a position, I can smear mud on myself to make myself less likely to be seen or something. But
okay, as per the description in Dungeon Fantasy Wilderness Adventures, that's number 16. It says that a well-hidden camp can grant a second chance to detect night visitors. Choosing this benefit gives a -1 to Raider's vision roll and a +1 to the party's camouflage roll. So I guess you can camouflage as well.
Oh, okay. So it's just a bonus to your normal camouflage attempt.
what is the so how much extra time could I take while we're waiting potentially for the, because we probably got enough away before they start tracking us, so we got some time.
Well, the camouflage skill itself doesn't give a base time as usual. Suppose if you consider it taking a minute, then it could take up to 30 minutes to do extra time.
But the same thing applies to that. That applies to the looking for plants. If you're spending a lot of time camouflaging, you're not watching the surroundings.
Exactly.
Well, I'm only taking the time it takes to further just help camouflage the area and get us just that much more concealed. So I'm not taking too much time, but I got a successful roll. So
I would say 10 minutes would be a reasonable assumption. If you like cutting down some trees and concealing positions and stuff like that. So we'll go with base time 10 minutes to camouflage the camp. Lines of sight will also give you a +1 to perception and observation rolls.
So we now got +2, right?
And anyone trying to sneak into the camp will have a -1 to stealth.
Do you want me to try to put up any traps?
Nope, just watching right now. We just need to get through the next 2 or 3 hours and see if they catch up to us.
All right, so you are waiting for roughly an hour. You guys don't have watches, so you can't really tell, but you're waiting for what appears to be an hour, and then you can see the light of torches in the woods, which appear to have been following your tracks or the path that you came.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, you can see the sort of ambient light, and this is probably going to be 150, 200 yards through the woods that you can make out the light. You can't see any people or anything yet. You just see the light.
Attack of the floating torches.
Your plan?
Hunker down. Get ready to either ambush or not do anything. Guess it depends on how many of them are there. We get a count.
All right, so I'll get perception or observation rolls at +1. So best roll is by 6.
Good. The guy who can count actually was able to get a good look at him.
They are approaching your position. It's roughly, say, 50 yards into the woods, where you are able to get some sort of count on. Okay, what's that extra roll? Oh no, +6. So it's roughly about 50 yards that you're able to get a count on possible numbers, and it would appear that you have maybe half a dozen silhouettes that sort of move between the woods. You'll have sight of them for a bit, and then they disappear behind some foliage. but they are definitely approaching your location. They're doing it reasonably slow, so they'll move a bit, stop, observe, obviously investigating tracks, and then keep moving.
But they're beelining for us.
They're definitely coming for you.
Good.
You imagine that you have no more than a minute,
How many yards away are they?
50-ish.
Get ready to fight.
Is that the plan?
There's only 6
Yeah,
of them.
I don't see how we get out of it. Yeah, it may only be 6 of them. That means there's another 6 out there. If we're lucky, they're going the other direction around the village. If we're not lucky, they're right behind us.
More meat for the grinder.
Don't
So-
screw around. Just get up.
So when they come to within 10 yards, I'm going to use one of my attached incantations.
Let me get a map, because it appears you guys are going to be having a scrap.
Is that a biblical
It's all
reference?
Nosh.
Is that a biblical reference in your what you put into chat?
Yeah, that selection didn't work like I expected.
It's funny how you found this location, and it looks really similar to another place that you're at.
Have I seen this place before?
No.
Well,
Oh, this is where you guys fought the snake.
you as a player hadn't seen it.
Well, I tuned in very briefly. Oh, that's amusing. The tree at the bottom is hanging over onto the white. Would you use this
Because
as
it-
camp?
Yeah.
That's cool. I hadn't thought of that. I'll have to remember that in the future.
Yeah. A lot of the trees here are actually stamps. Maybe 50% of the trees. So
More like 30.
that's all of you, I think. I think so. Yeah,
What direction are they coming from?
I'll say that way.
We should probably be oriented to receive them. And Apentius should probably not be out in front.
I will drop them on the map.
So since they're bringing torches, that's going to drop the penalty down to 1, right?
I think it's going to be 3.
-3s for torchlight.
Sweet. I have night vision 3.
Well, I don't believe it affects melee, but I want to find that and make sure.
I think it does.
Ah!
Are you getting script errors?
Error!
Interesting,
not seeing
I
it.
did
Not seeing
not.
it.
I'm
Really?
getting all sorts of them.
Phil, when you started Fantasy Grounds, was there an update? Or is anyone other than Phil getting script errors?
Oh, I got the script errors too.
Yeah, I update mine pretty regularly. Pretty
Yeah, I
certain
updated mine
I
before the
updated it.
session.
Yeah, unless one
Sweet.
snuck in, but yeah.
Yeah, and normally I think you would get a message saying someone's not using the same version, or at least that's happened to me in the past.
It's kind of
Apentius would probably not be in the middle of the camp. We would be all in camouflaged locations.
How close are you going to let them get
But like I
when
said,
you spring your ambush?
I want to know when they get to within 10 yards of me, I guess.
Well, target the picked warrior.
Well, I think I'd wait until I see more of them, not just one.
Okay, so that's the distance that you'll let them get before you do stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so this will be a 15 minus margin of success. 1 second.
Take it we've had time to do evaluates and or aiming.
Yes. Not evaluates, but aiming, yes.
If you're knocking an arrow and pulling the string, that's a chance for them to spot that.
or hear it. Unless, yeah, it's totally not unrealistic that Hollywood has taught me that bows make all those creaky noise.
Actually, they aren't silent.
I know, but they don't creak as loudly as they do in like, Hollywood stuff. I'm trying to remember what it was that I was watching where it's like there's a thing on YouTube and an actual archer guy was like reviewing
Oh,
some
right.
stuff, and he's like, no, if I pick up a bow and I pulled it back and it made this noise, I would put that bow down because I'm afraid it's about to break.
No, it's the string after you
Yeah,
let go
snap, snap.
that makes that ping noise.
Yeah, knocking the arrow and pulling it back shouldn't be making noise.
Oh, it does make noise, but it's just not that loud.
So,
But if you're waving a broadhead around while you're knocking it, there's a chance there may be a reflection on that or something.
All right, so Pentius, you were going to wait till they're about 10 yards, and then you're going to do something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast mass slumber at a range.
Hang on, let me try something. One moment. My apologies. This is gonna.
I totally
It's set up.
I'm totally halfway expecting the
Oh, are
entire
you gonna-
Fantasy Grounds thing to crash because he's like, I'm going to try something.
Oh, are you doing lighting? Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's awfully dark.
Well, it doesn't have lighting yet.
I mean, that's really, really dark.
Well, there you
Sadly
go.
for these poor guys, they can't do anything because there's an invisible wall directly in front of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I thought at first I thought you were gonna do a stamp with the background. So they're all holding a torch. Well, that appears to work.
That's pretty cool. I have to go back and watch the stream thing to see how you did that.
It's an effect.
What's the 4 on that? Is that the radius?
So I will also put a torch on Boulder because you have the effect of a
Night vision, yeah.
Night vision.
3.
That doesn't make him more visible, though.
no, but it shows.
I guess I could see that, though. Okay.
From his,
Gotcha.
if he's selected, he can
Hey.
see.
Kudo
Stuff.
has night vision 5.
I thought there was a night vision effect, actually.
Yeah, I think that just makes the whole map green though.
Well, yeah, but only for him.
Oh no, it's not. Well, let me check. It's not an effect. It's a filter that you put on the map
Oh.
itself.
Never mind.
As Captain Button pointed out in the Twitch chat, it's like, so that's what an invisible barrier looks like from Time Bandits. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't seen that forever.
I could be mistaken, but I think that you can also toggle whether we get to see everyone else's visual range with these things.
Can you see
Yeah.
the map lit up for them?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I think that's only for line of sight. I don't think that affects the lighting.
but you should be able to see them. You
we can see
guys
them.
are still in the dark, with the exception of Boulder, who can see around himself.
Kudo can see in the dark. Night vision 5.
Does it let you do colors?
Where the dog just gets it black and white.
No, I was just thinking if it did light colors instead, then you could make Baldur's green. Oh, that's weird.
That's a lantern.
Oh,
Actually, no, I'll take that off Kudo. A lantern's probably too much. I'll do a lamp.
yeah, you don't need that for Kudo. You can just assume he can see.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Kudo can see.
To be fair, I don't think Baldur's is going to be limited to that radius anyway.
Nope.
But within that radius, Boulder has no penalties. Okay, so we have a Pentius doing something when they're at 10 yards.
Yeah. So once they hit that 10 yards, I'm going to cast mass slumber at a range.
Okay.
This will be one of those spells I prepared and attached. So we're going to do a roll to see if I successfully attached it or not.
Can you link the mass slumber?
Yeah, 1 second. It's one of my own spell creations. Hang on.
So it's not part of the incantations that you imported?
No.
So, Pentius, this is when you need to get a crit success to make up for your crit failure.
Nah, another 18.
Okay.
So it's based off of what I just posted, but adjusted for what I posted earlier. So it's sort of like casting a spell in Magic where that it's going to be centered not it'll be centered off of the 10-yard distance. That's
Okay,
the edge of the circle at 10 yards. So I'll just read it to you from the Ritual Magic. So figure the circular area. If the caster is not in the area, calculate range from him to the nearest edge.
Wow, this is going to be sad. They're all going to go to sleep.
Or I'm going to explode. One of the two.
So
You might go to
nearest
sleep.
edge. So is there a penalty on the
Yeah. So that's
the
all
range?
been, yeah. So that's all been calculated, which is why it's going to be -7 for me to roll.
Oof.
However,
skill.
However, because this is one of my prepared spells, I'm going to say that I would have wanted to have used extra time to do the initial casting to give myself a little bit of a bonus.
All right. So how much extra time?
So, well, if I did twice as long, it would give as per the normal rules, it would give me a +1. 4 would give me +2. It would be 5 minutes to normally cast it. So I think it's fair to say I could say maybe I took 10 minutes to try to get this a bit better.
Sure. All right.
And
So
then
make your
and I can use a magical component to give myself another +1 on top of that.
What's the component?
Let's say it's a feather from a pillow or mattress.
all right. So
I was going to
you,
say like some shorn stuff from a sheep, but yeah, that works.
So you grind up some down, cast and do your ritual. So do the casting.
God help us.
Here comes 17,
Okay, here we go.
because that's all he's really rolled when it's important.
3.
Of course, this would have been
3
the
sixes.
original.
Critical
The
fail.
original. This would have
3
been the
ones.
original.
3 ones. 3
Are you ready?
ones.
Here we go.
Ooh.
So not a critical. Now hang on.
We got Mel's dice.
Just wait. This gets a little more interesting.
So
Okay,
this was
so if I fail, the ritual fails, and there's going to be a penalty if I try to actually. I think if I actually try to cast this. Now, just give me a moment. I'm going to take a look at that in more detail here.
This is the retroactive roll for casting it in the first place. Is that not true?
Correct.
That's correct.
So if it failed, he may know that.
No, he does.
Fine. Yeah, that's right. So just give me a second here. I'm going to take a look.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as bad as the RPM stuff. No, wait, I'm still thinking of crit fail.
So failure attaches the spell, but the roll to cast it will be at -3.
Okay, so it did actually cast. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And they will get effectively +4 to their roll to resist.
So no, because I now make a second roll, and we base it off of this second roll.
I thought it was on your roll to cast.
The now that we have a modifier from my roll to attach, that's going to influence my ability to actually
Yeah. All right.
yes,
I recall.
successfully do this incantation.
Enough with
Lots
the bad
of-
rolls.
Okay.
Lots of twiddly parts, just like RPM.
Is that torchlight actually flickering?
It looks like it, yeah.
I was totally
That's
going to
pretty
tell
cool.
you no, it was not, just to see if that could, cause you to start second guessing yourself some more.
That sounds like a thing you would do.
But then Andricus had to go and screw it up.
First, you want me to talk, then you want me to not talk. I'm getting mixed signals here.
I'm not actually seeing the flickering.
It's right there at the edges.
Yeah, I don't see it. Weird. All right, so make your concentrate.
So so this might this might be just absolutely horrible. So I'm going to try and use a basic magical component to give me a +1 on this, but I've got a -1
I don't think
already.
you can use the components on the concentrate.
Okay. Let me see.
Because this is just activating it. The
Right.
components are used in the casting.
Right. Okay. We can look at that one again. I'm not sure if I'm bound to just using it once. But I think what we're gonna have to do is do this at minus, I think now -8, this roll.
How?
I think so.
Why is it
Three.
-8?
Three ones. 3 ones. You can do it. 3 ones. Critical success.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
I think it's because my actual roll to cast this thing is going to be at -7. I don't think I can just roll it at my natural 16.
Why would you be at -7?
Well, that's the modifier to. Oh, I see what you're saying. I already successfully attached it to myself. Now I'm just rolling to actually cast the damn thing.
Yes.
So I'm just rolling at -1.
No, you'd be rolling at the -4, I think.
Yeah, if we go back to that that one ruling here, hang on again. So if I fail in trying to attach it, failure attach the spell, but the roll to cast it will be at -3. So I'm sorry, not -1. It'll be a -3 to try to cast it.
So
Okay.
is the activation not at any penalty normally?
It depends on how well I attached it. So, for instance, critical success means the spell has been successfully joined to the encounter's aura, and the roll to cast it will be at +2. Success attaches the spell with no bonus. Failure attaches the spell, but the roll to cast it is at -3. And critical failure causes a botch either immediately or when the encounter later activates it.
Right, -3.
Well, there you go.
Okay, here we go.
Now he rolls a 17.
No, he's going to roll
18.
a 3. A 3.
Then 18.
3.
Unbelievable.
Damn!
Unbelievable.
17. Why are you saying 17?
Hey,
Oh, that's
tried.
hilarious.
This is amazing. This is amazing. It's not my.
That is
this is
3
just not my
critical
day.
failures for you tonight.
Okay, so critical phase are exactly the same as for spell casting.
Well, he just blew his hand off.
All right, so critical failure. Hang on. We already had a critical failure.
So I'll get you to make a universe reaction roll. This will represent how badly it affects either you or the group.
Yeah, we're all going to go to sleep.
We'll all end up tied to the ceremonial posts in the village.
Okay,
Oh,
so it affects the group. TPK.
Awesome.
All right,
we
so
need a
Sea Dogs next
TPK.
week, right?
I guess we're all making new characters.
New characters. All right, first mission. Go and rescue your old characters.
Okay, so I'll say that the reverse happens. The spell will center on Apprentice. Balder's the only one that's going to survive.
This will be great.
So I'll get everyone to make a health roll, with the exception of Balder.
Yeah, well, he didn't succeed. So are we still doing a contest?
It won't be a contest.
Is it not a contest?
Oh, I have fit, so I succeeded by 0.
That's downright disappointing.
That is. Sad face.
And Kudo has very fit, so he succeeded by 2 or 4.
Apprentice is like convinced this forest is cursed. It's got anti-magic or something.
I blame COVID.
All right. So, Apentius, you do your thing. Everyone feels weird for a moment, but then no one failed by any amount. So, yeah, you all feel weird for a moment, like you're a little drowsy and things start to spin a bit, but you shake your head and it clears after that. The casting, I assume it's going to require some words or at least you revealing yourself.
It requires a word and a gesture.
So the Pict will know that you're there.
All right.
He cast Big Bean's offensive finger.
So as I go to, if I may, so as I go to make the gesture, I end up scraping my hand on a thorn I can't see in the dark. And that makes me instantly screw up the incantation and alert the Picts to where I am.
Awesome. Roll a
And your
universe
brain
reaction roll to
points
see
at
if this is a
yourself.
poison thorn.
Ishtar's womb, that hurts.
You say that. This is when he's going to roll the 3. Nope, never mind.
It's all right.
Ishtar's womb, that hurts.
All right, so they will be alerted.
Sense of awe.
We move to the top of the round.
Kudo is going to do a holding action until the picked warrior gets within heroic charge distance, and then he'll take his action to burst out of cover and go for the throat.
Right. So Balder has
Why did it
bloodlust.
skip Balder?
I don't know. It ding. I heard it ding, but it skipped me.
Oh, sorry.
It's because you weren't here last week.
All right. So, let me finish. At Bloodlust, I have Code of Honor Northman, and Overconfident at 9. So he is just going to charge toward him.
Why was he so far back?
I don't know. It was just there. That's fine. Mostly, I want to let some of you guys have an opportunity to actually get some killing in.
Well, I was going to wait for them to come a little closer, but now everybody's charging off, as usual.
Well, you can still wait for them to come a
Well,
little
you can
closer.
wait.
Yeah, but they're not going to get any closer. I suppose I could wait. I could wait for him to surround Balder and then stab him in the back.
I mean, it's still in the dark, even though they got the torches. So, for all they know, I'm another one of those apes that those really big apes charging toward them.
No, I don't think anybody's going to wait for me, so I may as well get on with it. In this case, it's probably gonna just be a move. Yeah. Yeah, and I will have dropped pack here, so I don't need that. Right. So I can move 6. Let's spread this out a little bit.
6. Why are you guys so slow?
You're only not slow because you're
And
large.
tiny. That's not true. I also spent some points in extra basic move, I think.
I think
Megan.
so. I've been aiming at this guy for how much do you get for
I
aims?
guess I'm not.
Accuracy.
You get accuracy, and you can get up to +2 for extra seconds of aim. You can also get +1 for all out determined. They will be a -3 for lighting.
So +4 for accuracy. Is it -3 or -1 since they have a torch?
-3.
And then I have acute vision +2, so that's -1.
That doesn't work that way.
Acute vision doesn't help you with darkness penalties. You need to have night vision for that. If you were trying to notice something, then yes, it would. But you'd still have the darkness penalty.
All right, I'm gonna do some math, but my modifiers don't seem to like me. I try to click on them and they don't always come through.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, on your
Right.
melee combat or the combat thing, not the melee, but the range thing, why don't you just add the modifiers you use the most frequently there? Hit the
Yeah, I
plus
gotta
sign.
do that.
I do that all the time.
But not right now.
You could just roll and see if it really matters. You don't need fantasy grounds to calculate rate of fire or anything, so you can just roll dice and work it out.
So you can roll the 17.
Are the Picts typically unarmored?
They are. Let me see.
Based off of the books, I would say
DR1.
yes.
They have like furs and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
All right, so you have all your penalties.
All my penalties. I got the -3. I got the accuracy +4.
Okay.
I'm doing all out attack because I'm far enough away, so I do hit. Is this a surprise hit since I'm doing it from cover?
That won't change anything.
Other than their defenses. If it's a surprise, they don't get a defense.
That's what I'm saying. Are they, because they knew Apprentice was there, but did they know I was there? Because I was hiding.
I was
Doesn't matter.
addressing Daniel.
2 damage. Which one is
Be a
this to?
random hit.
The one he's got selected.
The Pict Warrior.
That's what they're. Oh, there's 2 of them that are named Pict Warrior.
9 points to the chest. This is a Bodkin point.
Well, that was kind of wasted. Probably don't need bodkins for these guys.
Might be the only thing he has.
Oh, there's a script error for me.
Yeah, he's changing the names of the on the combat tracker.
Ah,
Apparently it doesn't appreciate
Script
that.
error. So I think I know why. It's because they're unidentified, maybe. I don't know. So it was number B that you shot. So it's piercing, so no extra damage. He will be stunned.
all right. Grip mastery is 1 change per turn, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
although you don't really need it here.
Uh,
I mean, you can start in whatever grip you want.
well, no, I'm just trying to. I was just trying to think, but if he's 9 yards, I only move 6, so I cannot get within a range.
Do what Kudo's gonna do. Wait until he gets closer.
I think I shall step and then wait. I do believe. Yep, that should do it.
So if Pict Warrior A gets within 7 yards, Kudo's going to heroically charge him.
You can't convert a weight to a move and attack.
All right, so at this point, they will back off, and they'll be like seeking some cover and such. They'll be shouting things in Pictish. Does anyone actually understand it better than broken?
Better than broken?
I don't think
Pictish
so.
is 0.
Okay, so you're not able to make out what instructions were given. So Pentius. Also, that spell, remove that from your list.
Yeah, I've checked it off. So, what next?
No, he means you can never ever cast it again.
I know. I checked it off.
No, I just
Now that's the
It's
party that's decided you can never cast it again.
It's gone. All right.
Which one got shot?
Victoria B. You should see that, their condition is not, or they've taken some damage.
It's not obvious from looking at them which one's which.
fair on the combat tracker.
I mean, on the map, it's not obvious which one's which.
I wonder if I can change the background of this white to something else.
I'll just move forward.
You know what you probably need to do, not today, but some point, is set up a nice forest tile and just have that sitting there for whenever you need it.
Get a bigger map.
Well, if you tile it, it's as big as you ever need it.
Let's see if this works.
So you get a +1 when you're sprinting. Can you combine a sprint with a move and attack?
I don't recall if you can do something else while you're sprinting. But you probably can't sprint here anyway, because this ground is probably going to be too uneven.
It fill strokes, left click drag to the offset shift mouse wheel.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to do the background black so you can see the grid.
We're not
see
having any
it.
problems seeing the grid.
In the white area?
It's not white for us.
Hold on. Yeah, it's not white.
Okay, so you see black.
Yep. We saw
Because
a
the
red
lights are
door and
out.
we wanted to paint it black.
1 second. I'm going to tile an area.
No colors anymore.
So while he's doing that, I created another, added another description to one of my quirks. Would you like to hear it?
Oh dear.
I thought you were going to say you created a new character.
No.
That'd be
What?
Since
So the
Kudo
quirk-
was not able to surprise that Pict, he's going to try to
wait a minute. He
stealthily
was
move
saying
around.
something.
So the quirk is this. Geez, I hope we don't light up the forest with this plan. It's going to be one of my sayings.
Or something to that effect.
I think that's very appropriate.
Because
Because we're live.
Should have prepped better. What kind of GM not prepped? Now
Well-
I can't see any hexes.
So moving at stealth, how far can you move?
Normally it's 1, but if you take a -5 to the stealth check, you can move up to your full move. You have to declare you're taking the -5 before you roll, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a character that loved to do that. So I'm moving. Now we can't see the hexes over the stuff. I like the black better.
So you can't see hexes.
well, it's just because it's a light color.
They're very light, very hard to see.
Oh, from the torches.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You just a little brighter. Well, that'll work. Actually, you can't see them on the dirt now.
Go for a white color.
Yeah, white was working.
There you go.
Oh, well, you could go back down to gray. There, right there. Don't stop.
All right, good.
That'll work. All right. So you said they decided they're taking cover now. So I guess that means we're just moving then. So I'm gonna go that way, I guess. Yeah.
That's weird. Are you seeing the light stop at the edge at all?
At the edge of what?
Do you see an edge, like a corner right there?
Yes.
But
But the light is going past that.
I don't see that. But anyway.
Really?
I'm going to take a step, and Kurgan's going to try to blend into the shadows.
If anyone's watching the stream of the group, what's on the stream? Is it the same as what you're seeing?
Check Discord there, Ronki. I took a snippet of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's not what I see. It's weird. I wonder if I need to do something.
Yeah, have better maps prepared. Huh? Too soon?
The heavens open up and this meteorite's coming.
No.
Sweet.
No, Pentius is just going to cast something on Baldur real quick.
Okay, so
It's
Wait,
been that kind of thing.
Picked Warrior B was stunned. Did he get out of stun?
no, he didn't.
Yeah, so that may change what Berenike is doing. Because if he's right up there, then Berenike may be able to just do a heroic charge and stabbing.
He was at 10 yards. Yeah, 10 yards from there.
Okay, now I'm seeing what you're seeing.
What did you do?
I was
And-
selected on, I had like multi-selected everyone. But as soon as I clicked on one, it fixed itself.
Okay. Right.
All right, so does that change what you do if he's there?
Yeah, it probably does. It wouldn't make
Okay.
any sense for me not to take advantage of that.
All right, so rewind.
Which means that's going to be probably heroic charge because I don't like penalties. That and spear one-handed. We'll call that torso. Yeah. just to be safe. Uh-huh. Safe is good. So he gets his defense, but he's at -6. Well, actually, I say that I don't know what direction he's actually facing.
Yeah, we can't tell. It looks like he's facing away from you. These are terrible tokens.
Yeah, that's his back.
The GM didn't use the ones I put the bases on that had arrows.
He can't be bothered.
I know,
Can't
right?
put can't use right tokens. Can't have a proper map.
Dope.
Night. I was totally expecting a 1 for damage, just cause.
Oh, sorry, I should have been closer.
So what's that? 18 points.
3.
Yeah, sounds like 18.
Sounds like a death roll.
I like the sound of that. Unless it's me.
He does not die,
But he's not feeling
but
great.
he is going to be
That's by 6.
unconscious.
Yeah, because that's failed by -5. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
nice.
Right, off you go.
And the pics are like, "Oh my God, you killed Kenny. We never liked him."
Okay, so since you guys are approaching,
Approaching fast. Come on, you chickens.
let me do a leadership roll.
Yeah, so what Balder needs to do is just go right past A. And if he turns around to go after you, then Materius gets him in the back.
If I go past A, I'm going to be doing a football slam on him.
Well, that would work too.
So they are caught by surprise. The leader has failed his leadership, so they're going to continue retreating.
What a bunch of chickens.
And here I thought Picts were fierce.
Pentius.
Well, Pentius will keep moving forward.
He's like leisurely, whistling a little bit. Yep, and that is what happens when you go. Yeah, I'm going to take the -5 on this stealth check.
Yeah, but
Those of you that do full moves that aren't in any sort of light should make a dex roll for footing.
Kudo has night vision 5.
Hey, it's time for another critical failure.
All right,
That's only if you're doing
heroic
full move.
charge. Move and attack.
Oh, I did it. Look at that.
That is deceptive 2.
2 damage.
All right. So that's going to be 12 times 1.5, right?
So 18. He will be stunned.
Right, back to what I was doing. Let's go that way.
What are you doing?
I'm
Get
passing
your
him up.
own.
I am getting my own, damn it. I have to run fast to get anywhere around here.
Go faster.
Before Balder kills everything.
So roll dex.
Correct.
Here it comes. Here comes your 17. Oh, close.
All right, you will trip. So failure by 2 will say you trip 2 hexes from where you are.
Point of order. This dude here had a torch. So a torch is going to have fallen down by him. So that is going to provide Kurgan some light.
Well, he still has a torch. So Kurgan's was running in the dark. He hadn't reached the torch.
Okay. Well, I sort of
Influence.
tried.
All right, I'm going to do a heroic charge on Victoria A.
There's a lot of charging, but I don't feel it's very heroic.
Well,
Well,
it's pretty heroic. Everything I do is heroic.
I'm going to do. Where is it? Do it just fine. And
With the darkness penalty, that's still a success.
Success by 2.
This will be a retreating dodge. Did not help him. Do your damage.
Well, at least the GM's not rolling worth a damn either.
very true.
Ouch.
Eat the vittles.
And impaling.
No. It's time. It's to the vitals, so you ignore the impaling. So
Hey, if you're-
21 points.
If you're going two-handed with that spear, you got reach 2.
He did a retreating dodge.
Right. He could have hit him 1 hex farther out.
No, that's fine. I'm good with being closer.
Well, then it would be a -4.
I could Grip Mastery to fix it.
You could.
Or
Your damage might have gone down.
I don't think so.
It might. My damage with the axe changes by 1 point if I'm using one-handed or
Well-
two-handed.
But you're using an axe, so that's a different situation. Oh, you mean going
Dynamite.
one-handed. He was talking about choking up on it to reach one, but still with 2 hands.
All right, he's going to roll to come out of stun.
And fail. Roll an 18.
He's no longer stunned.
Unfortunately, that's all he can do.
This guy is rolling to come out of stun.
That's funny.
He fails.
Just realized my shield is on the wrong side.
You're now a lefty. Surprise. The things you never knew about yourself.
All right, so given the fact that you guys are pursuing, they're not going to keep backing off. They're going to bring it. Move an attack, spending a fatigue on Boulder.
Hey, they don't have names.
What's his image? He misses. Move an attack on Bernie. He will miss as well.
All right. Pentius will continue to move forward.
Well,
Kudo's
good
going to do a heroic charge at Pick Warrior A.
And Materius is going to stab him because it's like, dog! Oh, whoops. Sorry.
I think you can parry bites,
yes.
except because it's a natural attack, the attack roll is at -4.
I don't remember that.
The attack
The
roll
deal-
to do damage. It's like martial arts. If you
Oh, that. Yeah, I don't remember that either.
all right, so he's going to attempt to parry. So, 1 second.
This guy's stunned, right?
He came out of stun.
No, it's -4 if you're using
No, we
judo
did, we
or
did.
karate.
Not this guy, not A. It was the guy that I was fighting that came out of stun. Though scrolling up, it seems to be. Yeah, I guess that's incorrect. He did come out of stun.
So that will be a successful parry. This is an attack roll at -4.
It's not at -4.
You sure?
This roll is at -4 if your attacker used judo or karate.
I think the same applies for natural biter.
That's different. I haven't actually encountered that.
In any case, with the darkness penalty, that's not going to help him. Successfully parried, but does not injure Kudo. Do damage.
Wow, that was lame.
So 7. He will succeed his death roll. However, is that a major wound? Yes, it will be. He will not be stunned, although he's already stunned.
I am just going to stab number 3 for the time being. Nothing special at this point.
And shift one closer to me. So we can be
that's
back
not
to
a bad
back
idea.
badasses.
And a fucking course. You know what? I will go ahead and lock that because fuck it. That is better. That is not as better. Okay, I have stab it at him.
That's something that the importer for GCA 5 is incorrectly importing the parry stat. That's in the combat table. He's going to retreating parry. Actually, I take that back. He's not retreating because he moved and attacked. So it's just the parry. No deceptive, so he succeeds.
Are you shifting, Daniel?
Yeah.
Do you have darkness penalties with defenses?
He's going to use extra effort to quick ready.
So we ran into that a long time ago, and the deal was it doesn't say that darkness penalties apply to defenses. However, It has been suggested by the powers that be that you could use half the darkness penalty as a
Kurgan's-
defense penalty.
Okay. Kurgan's going to step forward and he's going to knock.
He's going
Withdraw.
to stand up or get to a knee.
Oh, so I fell on my face?
Yes, that's what the dex roll for running was.
Okay, so I'm getting up onto my knee.
All right, since he's still up, I'm going to.
A quick question. Can I acrobatically stand up?
And
From
-6.
-6?
Acrobatic stand. That's a technique off of acrobatics. It's the kip up, I think is the martial art term.
Yeah.
What happens if you fail?
End up on your
You
butt.
fall.
Just
You're
back on the
still
ground again?
ground. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm going to try. No,
Whack!
I'm
Back
still
on
on
the
the ground. Sorry about that.
Oh, wait. That's actually a critical failure. No. You already put the modifier. Alright, so Materius, what's he doing?
he is going to
Wait for his uncle to stop talking.
try to stab him in the face.
This one's no longer stunned.
Well, luckily he can't parry.
He only has dodge and he has already retreated.
I think that's correct.
Wow.
Wow.
That's just impolite.
His first thing is like, oh, big dog.
Okay. Attack roll with an axe. With darkness penalty, that's a hit.
Alrighty then.
What are
Where'd
they
it go?
carrying little itty bitty axes for?
Spears and axes. That's the weapons of the Picts.
That's not an axe. This is an axe. And I start playing some rock music. Worship Valhalla, Viking god of rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Preemptively doing this one.
Okay.
Going to do a retreating parry.
Okay. This guy will successfully come out of stun.
Unfortunately, if he does anything, he's got to try to stay conscious.
This guy is going to have a go at Boulder. With darkness, that's a hit. Alright, you take the fatigue for
Yep.
thingy. It's feverish defense.
Yep.
This guy is going to have a go at Bernie. Successful hit with darkness.
All right, defend, Berenike.
Sorry. Doing a thing. I shall block. And given the way tonight's gone, I don't know if I want to just stand and take it. Is this really a feverish? You know what? I'm just gonna. We'll just. Oh wait, I got the DB on that anyway. Is that included?
No.
Also, the
Well, it
next
might
guy,
be.
successful attack on Boulder.
Yep. I'm waiting for him.
Damn it! Stand by. I need shield SH. Where the hell is it? Shield block 11. Yeah, it is covered. Yeah, I already put it in there. All right. Jesus. Trying to kill myself. Okay, yeah, blocked.
Pentius.
Pictish' turn.
You can now move without having to make rolls.
And I think I qualify for sprinting now. So I'm going one more.
Since picked warrior A has put himself in a good position, Kudo's going to get behind him and attack from the rear.
Go for the hamstrings like a proper wolf.
Out of curiosity, what is his born biter level?
Animal bite 2.
Animal bite 2. That's not the same thing.
Teeth, fangs, which is
Carry
why
on.
maybe it said impaling instead of cutting.
It's level 18.
Level
Oh, you
18.
mean my brawling? Yeah,
It's a
my
born biter is a talent.
Well, it's not a talent, it's
Isn't
a
it?
perk. Well, a feature.
Yeah, okay.
But I guess he doesn't have that.
Did you look it
Go
up?
for
I've been in the process of trying to track that down.
I think it's called Natural Biter.
No, it's born biter, but it doesn't do what you think it does.
this is a rear attack, so he can't defend, right?
It might be.
You
considered
started in your side hex.
Yeah.
So +3 - 2 is going to be a success. He defends.
Whatever. It's just going to get his hand.
Well, he defended because he retreated.
That is shifting to this guy because, well, trying to take out multiple people.
So deceptive 2.
Yep.
He'll do a retreating dodge.
Need to roll an 18.
So that's going to be a fail.
And that is going to hurt a lot.
It's going to knock him
Ow.
back.
That is going to be 22 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Who did you just hit?
4.
Damn.
Death roll. He survives.
Knocking back 2 hexes?
Just 1 hex. His knockdown roll, he survives. And dex roll for falling over.
Okay, so 1 is...
He stays on his
bad
feet.
off. Alright, looks like I'm gonna stay focused on 3 at the moment. So he parried me last time. I am gonna go ahead and give him...
What about major wound for stun?
Yeah, that
Already
was
rolled
by
that.
4. The death check was by 0. The major wound was by 4.
I'm gonna go
Damn it.
deceptive 1 torso.
He was undamaged, so he went from
Damn.
perfectly living to nearly dead.
Oh, Balder's a burly fellow.
Alright, deceptive 1 torso. Hit 3.
He'll retreating dodge.
He
So that will
fail.
succeed because +3 for retreat.
Then fuck you.
It's about time they started surviving.
Can I get to a knee and start drawing?
You can get to a knee, but you can't draw.
You-
Next turn you could.
I don't know if it's in the rules that way, but you can't fire a longbow from a knee.
Suppose you could fire at gangster.
Depends on what the weight of that bow is. The
Yeah,
draw
that's
weight.
not. I don't know if I agree with that. You can do it from a knee because that was one of the things that. What is it? The archery contest with Lindy Beige and what's his face were doing, where they were like at awkward angles and from a knee. And stuff
Well,
like
awkward
that.
angles. I don't know if they did it from a knee. It's too damn
sure,
long
pretty
to do it from a knee, unless it's a daikyu.
Wow. He will
Nice.
fall over
There's
and
another
do your
17.
damage. Ouch. So that's by 3.
Do the
21.
victuals.
Nice.
That's 2 death rolls.
That's always amusing when that happens.
Holy crap.
No, another 17.
Whew.
Alright, so he
I'm
will
going to join the
die
side of
in,
the Pictish.
That's 5 17s tonight.
Mm-hmm.
he will die in dramatic fashion. His heart
Yeah,
literally
that-
explodes and it's
That
anime
spear is
fountaining.
coming out the back. All right. Luckily, the 2 that I've smacked have to make like consciousness rolls to even do anything. Let's see if the GM can roll another 17.
So he's skipped. Moving on. He stays in the fight. He's gonna have to have a go at Bernie.
Well, Baldur's easier. He's +1 to hit.
This is true, but he
Guy's kind
decided
of afraid
to.
of attracting Balder's attention again.
So that's a successful hit.
I am going to.
Catch it in your teeth.
I'm gonna parry that, and I just realized I need to make a DB thing.
Oh crap! Yeah, I forgot. DB applies to dodges, and if it's in the correct art. I forgot to add that last time. I mean,
Oh,
I
for
didn't
fuck's
need it.
sake, man!
Get to hurt someone.
Probably not.
You're
I've been
totally
giving
going to
you
roll minimum damage, or not.
I've been giving you lots of chances to hurt us tonight.
That is true. He has.
Does that
What's
get
your
through armor?
DR?
Yes.
Is it flesh wound? Or you're taking it like a man?
I don't feel like taking it like a man tonight.
Alright. You can flesh wound it. Cost you 1 character point.
I don't know how to record that. Yeah.
You will still take 1 point of damage, however.
Right.
Let's see if this guy can repeat what his buddy did. He's going to He's going to have a go at Boulder. I'm going to say he's going to use some extra effort for strong. Or mighty blow, sorry. Oh, saw the 1 and 2. Damn. This guy is going to have a go at step and attack on Bernie.
Mm-hmm. Donk.
That would have been a miss, though.
No
-3
shield
lighting.
damage. Actually, it would have been. So you do have a block back.
What?
The hit. -3 lighting. You only succeed by 2. So you didn't use your block.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind. Carry on.
He's like,
He's
nah, I'm
falling
done.
asleep.
Yeah, I can envision that too. You know, I hit him. He was going back. He staggered back. He kept staggering, and he just went bump.
Keep running.
Old running Zorak. That's what they used to call you.
So
Who does
move
10?
and attack gets you what?
Cost 1 fatigue. Unless you do a mighty or heroic charge. Otherwise, your roll is capped at 9.
All right. Heroic charge going after Pictish Warrior 2. Would that be a side hex?
Yes.
Actually, can I, since I started away, I can go to his back and attack from the rear,
You
right?
still started in front of him. So your rear attack will still be a side hex.
You should totally get behind him though, because then I'll step up and hit him really hard, and he'll go flying over Kudo.
The Born Biter thing is on Martial Arts 115.
And does it do what I thought it did?
No.
How does it work?
It basically gives you a higher size mod compared to your normal size mod, which is why I asked about the levels, because that determines how much it exceeds it.
It might not be
But-
Born Biter, but I'm sure there's something.
I don't know that he actually has it.
Alright, so he'll have to dodge. He's going to retreating dodge, not into Boulder,
Why not?
because he's scared of you.
I can't understand why.
Didn't help him.
Well, since I'm latching onto his throat, I don't think he's going to be able to actually dodge and retreat because I've
You're
weighed
not
enough.
latching onto his throat. That's not what brawling bite neck is going to do. If you're going to latch onto his throat, that's going to be like a wrestling thing.
Well, in this case, if he actually bites, he can use that as a starter grapple, I think. I don't remember where you can find that though.
And then roll severe wounds neck, maybe,
Yep.
or hit location neck.
Hit location. Severe wound presumes it is a severe wound.
Oh, okay.
Is that a severe wound to the neck though? 8 cutting.
It is.
You don't roll off that table, dude. Why are you rolling that? No.
It's only if you rolled a 1.
Oh, okay.
You
It is a
don't
major
roll
wound.
those, yeah.
He shakes off the major wound.
Okay, so I need to get rid of 1. I'm tired of it. Ah, crap. It was only supposed to be the first one. Wow, he missed. Is that right? Why did it roll it twice? I thought I had... Oh, did it do the stupid thing where
You're targeted.
it targeted me as what? Man,
But that was still a failure by 1.
yeah, but it's not a vitals thing. It's just a deceptive at the torso.
Okay, so that's a miss.
Well, the wind might knock him down.
Is one still standing there? Holy crap. The only one that isn't damaged is the one that I've been fighting.
Well, you should stop playing around with him.
I'm trying.
Try harder.
Let's see. I guess, yeah, if I wasn't busy trying to find something else, I might have thought about this ahead of time. I'm gonna go ahead and take a step out here and realize that because of the darkness, my roll to hit isn't particularly great. So let's just get shots on goal here.
This is where you roll 3. Or
Be
not.
nice.
Retreating dodge.
Because
17.
ha!
That's plus
Nope,
3.
plus
So
3.
succeed by 1. You didn't do any deceptive, so that's a
Oh, God damn it.
successful defense.
Stop doing that.
It's faster.
Put your damn mods in there.
No,
I'm kneeling.
I like giving you the sense of
Right.
victory and then just snap it away from you.
I'm gonna
I'm
do
gonna
a
draw.
heroic charge.
I'm gonna
It's
draw.
Kurgan first.
Huh?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Kurgan. I dinged for Bernie when I shouldn't have.
My bad.
Okay, now it's you.
Heroic charging. There shall be stabbing.
Do damage.
Daniel's over there going, because it's like he failed the dodges and the defenses against everybody but Daniel.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's 2 vitals. Ouch. Death roll 1. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Well, a bona fide 18.
So there's another critical death roll. So both your kills have been critical death rolls.
Not only did he die, he went to the wrong heaven.
He died so bad that he died in heaven as well.
Got
I don't
there
even
and
know
they
how
went,
that's
nah,
physically
bro,
possible.
And that's his second death roll.
because he got back up.
No. He just didn't realize he was dead already.
All right, 1. Make your coherence check.
What?
All right.
The actual...
What is it about tonight, man?
Tonight is just weird.
Night of the crits.
Nice.
That's a lot of crits.
That's just a consciousness roll for him, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Because I'm about to bring my axe down on his head and make sure he's dead.
This guy... He sees all his buddies dying.
But he's brave.
He's brave.
I'm not gonna get involved here, Baronike, because
He's going to use
single
extra...
combat. Single combat is the most respected way in my culture.
He misses.
It is the same in our culture as well.
So it's gonna really suck for both of you. Is like if multiple of us are just like gathered around, shouting encouragement to you. Go for his legs.
Penchus will just start looking as best he can to see if there's anybody else out there.
I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere that animals that are like natural biters get that -4.
No,
User
you
entered
misread. You misread that section. Is
I'm pretty sure it might not be natural biter, but it's something that says that they get that martial arts bonus where it's -4 on the attack roll.
no. I think you're reading that right there. Which is why I was trying to establish what his born biter level would be, because I don't know what his size mod difference would be. But the wolf in the basic set does not have. It doesn't say anything about born biter in their description, and it doesn't say anything about that in Dungeon Fantasy for the wolf allies. And it does actually say Timberwolf lens on the hound, I think it is, does change the teeth to fangs.
Okay.
Which be impaling damage.
So he's going to retreating dodge. Actually, no, he's going to
Good.
retreating parry.
Then he can't retreat and dodge me,
No, he's just gonna roll a 3 then.
maybe. The way this has gone.
That will succeed with the retreat. So he can opt to do damage.
Huh?
Yeah, he's parrying a bite.
Oh,
So that will succeed.
Darkness penalty.
I'm not sure if the darkness penalty applies to this roll.
Well,
Because the parry was successful.
I'd never quite figured out what sort of penalties should be applied to that, if any.
There's the damage anyway.
Is Kudo able to dodge?
No,
Nope.
not that.
Nope.
Okay. Well, he's got natural DR. Where are you hitting?
Well, it would be his head.
So natural DR of 4.
I suppose technically it would be the jaw.
Are you sure? I don't see DR.
Skull is 2 plus 2.
It's not the
It's not
skull.
the skull.
It's the, so it's just 2. So he'll take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
He will have to make a health roll for knockdown because it was a head blow. So he's not stunned or anything.
All right. I am going to. I'm just being silly now, but I am going to make sure this dude is dead. Damn it! That's not what I want. I wanted the strong, not the melee.
All right. Well, you come good on your bloodlust, and you will coup de grace him. If you want, you can roll damage just for
I do
shits
kind of
and
want to
giggles.
see how much damage I'm going to do to this guy. Yeah, that should have been strong, not to the skull.
So 15, 60
Times
points
4.
of damage.
Raw!
Which one was it?
Damn it,
Number 1?
1.
So 60. You've taken him to minus 6 times hit points. He had to make 4 death rolls.
No, -5. He's dead, right?
Yeah, but he had to make
Well,
4 death rolls in getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I guess I can't do that, can I? All right then. I'm just
Why
gonna
was that
step
not
over here.
skipping him? Or did I do that?
And yeah, fuck it. I'm
Finish
gonna
him.
Yeah. That goddamn penalties keep fucking with me.
And he's uninjured
Well, he can't retreat this time, but I can't hit him.
because he doesn't need to. Kurgan.
You hit me, I'm coming for you.
I hit the guy.
You included darkness. Okay. Do your damage.
Fuck
Like
you.
that, Daniel.
This was happening to me last night too.
Is it Cinemass or are you rolling random hit?
I'm gonna go with random hit location. I'm thinking I'm far enough away. I can't really. It's dark enough. I'm not getting. I can hit him, but not pinpoint.
It's 10 yards.
He just wants to random roll.
Okay, so piercing, there's no multipliers on piercing. Alright, he's chill. There's going to be a dude left for Bernie to kill.
Yeah, right, whatever.
You talking about the dog's going to take him out before burning Nikkei?
All right, and another heroic charge.
What are you doing? Getting? Oh yeah, you're not a real warrior.
I stab. It's fine.
My single combat has already been broken up, so it's pointless now.
Well, I have less problems when it's an animal. It's like okay.
Well,
the dog
somebody
got
just shot him
involved.
too.
He's using extra effort. Was there any deceptive in that? Oh no, you haven't actually rolled your attack.
No, I've not. No.
So unless he gets a critical success, or puts in some deceptive, you need 2 deceptive to win.
Yeah, so don't worry with modifiers, just roll to hit.
Okay.
Because he'll dodge.
Yeah.
Alright, so he dodges anyway. He's going to have a go at Bernie.
I don't know why he bothers.
No, let's have him go defensive. He's going to wait for the attack.
He's the only one left. Honestly, he should run the hell away.
He can't run. There's a dog that's going to chase him down.
Well, that doesn't stop people.
So
that
he'll
I-
take weight.
What's his weight condition?
You don't know.
What the heck? I'm going to try and bewitch this guy.
Gonna get closer.
Nah.
Take a step.
You might want to get closer. Yeah, because you were standing on top of a guy I got to go over and kill.
What's your spell?
It's going to be bewitchment.
What's the effect of that one?
It
The
will
cast-
hold the
the
subject.
cast.
It'll hold the subject motionless and unaware of time's passage, treat as dazed. And the subject may roll against the better of health or will to shake off the effect every margin of loss minutes. Otherwise, this lasts as long as the caster and the subject's eyes meet.
All right, so your casting is at -1. So your initial casting.
That kind of suggests that you need to make eye contact.
And Mel has a really good point here on the
Uh-huh.
Twitch chat. Are you going to critical fail and bewitch a party member instead?
Please do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mel, thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, and the range won't, the range is not going to increase that negative modifier. It doesn't bump up the spell point cost enough to take to the next category. Is everybody ready?
Do it.
We're ready for your 17. Yes. Oh my God.
Why? Hey, I should have played the lotto today.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh my god. I wish they were hacks.
That's just precious. Okay, GM, over to you. Do you want me to do the universe roll?
So, correct
Yes.
me if I'm wrong, but every single time you've cast tonight, actually
Actually.
cast,
Mhm.
it's been a critical fail, right?
And bad or poor.
Aside from my dex checks, everything I've rolled tonight has been bad. Really bad.
So, bad. I guess it has the reverse effect. Everyone in your party could be dazed.
Well, it's technically it's an effect of 30 spell points worth of whatever a spell of around 30 points spell points could do. I think is what they kind of get at here. So it's quite open ended.
What is the overall type of spell that is? What the class? What am I thinking of? School, whatever.
So it's from the path of mesmerism. So think afflictions, think daze. It's like I assume it'd be like the spell daze. So basically, you gotta roll versus health or will to shake off the effect. Every in brackets, every margin of loss minutes.
Okay, so we'll do it like this. Your mass sleep, that was 30 points worth. So I'll get everyone to make a health roll.
Am I out of the is Kurgan outside of the zone?
Who's the target? So it's 5 yards from. Yes, you're out of the zone.
Sweet.
All right, so those that fail your health roll, you will just fall asleep.
Really? Asleep, or is it just the days?
Like the mass slumber. Okay, no, we'll make it a daze. So you are
Days
dazed.
has the incapacitating condition on 428, which is you're conscious. If you're standing, you remain upright, but you can do nothing. If you are struck, slapped, or shaken, you recover on your next turn.
Okay, so you're all dazed until someone slaps you around,
not all
or
of us.
those that fail.
And so the how this happened is as Apentius took that step forward and he started to make the gesture, he looked down to see that his foot must have stepped into the face of that dead Pict, and he blurted the wrong word.
No, the face guy is right there.
I just didn't like what I stepped in.
Yeah, I did cause some other issues, and
So you were halfway
That's
through
awesome.
speaking, you stepped and went, ew! And that ew was enough to change the incantation.
Exactly.
And apparently, what is it? Balder and Apentius are the only ones that are, because Balder's like, what? I was like, what?
How long are they
Okay.
dazed for?
Said
Margin
minutes.
of margin of failure in minutes.
All right, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
No,
this,
that's when
this
he
fight
first
will be
gets to make
definitely
a
over.
roll.
All right, so
Okay, Pentius, you're done.
Yep, he's done. We're gonna have to fire him. Get a proper wizard.
Right. So apparently, according to that bit in martial arts, so anytime you make one of these guys makes a bite attack, you can either roll to nip and let go or hold on. And either way, you do damage. But with one of them. You're obviously using
So-
it to grapple.
Being fangs, is it cutting or impaling?
Impaling.
Fangs are impaling.
So the neck is actually a pretty good target for that.
Mhm.
Well, it makes no difference actually, because cutting attacks to the neck are doubled as well.
Yeah. Should be a proper wolf. Go for hamstrings first. So he falls down, then you go for the neck.
Okay, so this guy was taking weight. He's going to activate that weight
And run away screaming like a girl.
attack Kudo.
Which means Kudo can defend, right?
Yeah.
Kudo can defend this one. That
That's a
will. What size modifier is Kudo?
0.
Okay, so that will miss. He will then step back.
And does he dodge?
So Kudo's attack then, instead of being a step and attack, it becomes a move and attack. Actually,
Right.
how does that work?
I don't know. I think it's probably reasonable for that to be the case.
He'll burn another fatigue, and he'll continue to go for the throat.
So then he will retreating dodge. Sorry, retreating parry.
And he's going to roll a 17.
He's going to get to damage Kudo, which he successfully does. Kudo will take
3
3 points of damage again.
Don't kill the dog.
That makes no sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. If you try to bite somebody who has an axe, and they swing that axe at you to parry your face, it will hurt your face.
I'm going to stand here dazed and confused.
Yeah, it's annoying if you're the wolf. So I guess what I'm going to do,
Charge up and miss.
waste a little more time. I'll do a giant step to get into range here and suffer the usual stuff. You know, these guys have a torch too, by the way.
Yes.
And I'm just going to take the torso with the darkness.
Keep in mind, he doesn't have any more retreat or anything like that.
I have that in mind. He also parried.
So he can dodge. Does not help him. Do your damage.
About fucking time.
What? What do you mean?
Ah!
Yeah, I totally saw it on the one.
He's gonna roll over there, you bastard.
I was thinking about it real hard.
Perfectly average.
Now it's 10 points.
So
And he did have a arrow through the arm. Actually, that was his torch arm. I wonder if he dropped that.
shakes off the major wound. It didn't cripple his arm. It was piercing, so it's not
That's
doubled.
true.
Fast draw. I'm going to start drawing.
Now, Paul, did you read that section that I posted on the boards about the fast shooting bows?
He
No,
never
I do
learned to
not.
read.
Yep,
Materius.
just gonna do a move and attack this time.
I think Materius is going to claim this guy.
Nope, not this time.
Wow.
I'm disappointed. That should have been a 17.
Nope, I'm
assume
perfectly
you
fine with
would-
the result I got.
You weren't spending fatigue.
No.
Okay, so this guy is going to make a health roll and fall asleep.
And Kudo's going to tear out his throat for hurting him. So
Well,
he's dead.
That turned into something.
yeah.
All right, so the Picts will all be in various. Actually, they're going to be dead. There's only
Yep.
one that didn't get to death roll level.
Yeah.
I got bloodlust, so and Kudo would probably any of the bad guys that hit him, he would kill. Just rip out their throats. And
All
then
right,
hurt
so
him.
they are all dead.
They're all dead.
Okay, so our original purpose after the early incident was to get some distance between ourselves and the village. I don't know how much distance we got, but it was probably going to be significant. Therefore, the screams of these bastards as they died will hopefully not have reached the village. But we don't know where the other half of the search party is. So we should probably relocate again. Also, I have been injured.
I can help you with that.
It's not bad. I think I can maybe just move on for the time being.
But
I will
ooh,
try to, but Kudo needs help.
Balder,
All right. So,
Balder,
are you going to take the time
with us.
to first aid?
we need to move first, and then we'll deal with that. Which probably means that first aid will no longer be applicable.
All right. So, you're not going to first aid. You're going to immediately start moving on as soon as you snap Boulder out and the Penti's
Yeah.
out.
not just Balder, it's a Pentius too.
So those people that have suffered injuries will need to make bleeding rolls.
Because you're about to die.
Okay. Now remember, if you do bleeding, it changes the mechanic.
How so?
Kurgan has a bond with Kudo, so he would balk at just running off with his, Kudo being injured. He would want to bind the wounds at least.
Well, that will take a minute each attempt to do basic binding.
And I will go with it.
Okay. Ignore what I
Veterinary
said.
or esoteric medicine?
It's not going to be esoteric. It's going to be
Veterinary.
vet.
How does it change the mechanic, Daniel?
Ignore that. That was for the bit in high tech about getting shot.
All right.
So make your vet roll for Kudo.
Can I take extra time on this?
Nope.
We don't have extra time.
You didn't need it.
Okay, so after 1 minute, you stop any bleeding for Kudo, and Kudo will regain 1 hit point. Is anyone else first aiding while this is happening?
I will stop bleeding.
Yeah, so does a Pentius have first aid?
You need to make 3 consecutive health rolls to stop bleeding.
Because I can at least give you a try for Berenike to, bind you up.
Well, it depends on how long we take getting out of the area.
Okay, so after 1 minute, Kudo's patched up. Are you going to then move, or are you going to wait longer?
Because Kurgan can try to patch you up. He can use esoteric medicine for you.
It would be first aid, not esoteric medicine.
Well,
Esoteric medicine does actually work for first aid in this instance.
No, it replaces physician.
No, we already had that discussion a long time ago. It's fine. If we're staying here for a minute to work on the dog, then we may as well work on me at the same time. So.
Yeah, that's why I rolled that, but I failed, so you didn't get stopped.
But you didn't bleed, so you're gonna keep sticking around?
No.
So are you still bleeding?
Misunderstand. If we're staying to take care of the dog, then we may as well take care of me at the same time. And Kurgan is taking care of the dog.
And I just took care of you.
Which is why I said I made the first aid roll on Berenike, and I failed.
And now Kurgan's helping you.
All right, so you're staying past that
is
first
taking
minute.
Another minute. We need to get out of here.
Okay, so the order is given to get out. So I will get 2 further bleeding rolls for Bernie. If you succeed, you stop bleeding on your own.
I'm waiting for a 17.
I know, right?
Is that wrong?
All right, so you will stop bleeding on your own. No one else suffered any injuries, so we're good.
Yep, I'm too much of a badass to get. Ain't got time to bleed.
Okay, so you move on and are relocating. Will you be making attempts to cover tracks as you go?
Yes.
Gonna have to.
Did you say tracking?
Counter tracking roll, please.
So IQ, right?
No, it's you just normal tracking.
Yeah, that was gonna be a contest.
I succeeded! Yay!
Yeah, but they might succeed too, and more than you.
They failed. They got 2.
Actually, I'm going to roll that in the box.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
you
That's their roll,
shouldn't
not
know.
yours.
Yeah, come on.
That's kind of cheaty. I didn't
Well,
like
it
this
failed, so
result.
I need to roll in the box now.
I know,
No,
right?
you don't need to roll in the box.
No, that's just kind of cheaty on the GM's part. Oh man, I didn't like that roll. I need to do this. We see how it is.
Okay. How far do you move?
Oh God. Are these considered thick woods? I presume they are.
Yeah, that's fairly untamed wilderness.
So, according to all 3E vehicles, that's like a -1 for every 5 yards visibility. So, oh my God, we need to go at least 50 yards, probably 100 more.
Okay. So you're not going very far.
This is
Yeah,
good
not
plan.
that far.
Weed them out slowly in small groups.
Us or them?
Critical knock. We're still alive.
Okay, so you will relocate, 50, 100 yards away. I guess I'll get another survival roll to see what sort of location you can find. So you can pick 2. Comfort, lines of sight, or concealment.
Since we're probably not finding a place necessary to sleep at this point, we're still looking for defensibility, so it'll be concealment and line of sight.
So you were say 1 a.m. in the morning, roughly.
Yeah, it's probably getting close to sunup now.
Okay, so it was much later in the night that you did it.
It was like 2 in the morning when we were gonna hit the wall.
All right, so we'll say it's 4 in the morning, and it doesn't appear that anyone has been following.
Yet.
Any change in plan?
We're gonna like conduct a long-term Rambo operation in here. Is that what we're gonna do?
To answer the question, yes, there is a change in plan. To answer the implied question, no, I don't know what it is yet.
Well,
we
let's see.
start-
We just killed 6 of their guards. We shined a big bright light behind their village. I don't think they're going to be letting up their guard anytime soon. So unless we want to come back here with an army, I think we screwed up our mission royally.
Oh, we're still alive. We can still get them. It just means it's gonna be harder now.
We just have to lift a page from the Viet Cong and just tunnel our way under the village. Come on.
Well, we could start that, I guess.
I second this plan, although I don't know how to dig.
It's like
Just
fighting.
go in the
you only
front
need the
door.
dirt.
All right, so 4 in the morning. For the next hour, what are you doing?
We probably should try to get some sleep tonight, this morning, whatever, and that'll give us some time to think.
Yeah, I think like do a wide sweep around the territory, see if we can't find an elevated site that looks down into the village or something.
Are you going to relocate further?
Not yet.
All right, so you wait. The hour passes, so it's now 5 in the morning. We'll assume sunrise is 6.
Right, we're gonna try to get some sleep, so somebody's gonna be on watch.
Okay, so sleeping where you're at, not moving any further.
Not yet. Kind of depends on how the watch goes.
Who's on watch? Who's going to be taking the fatigue?
Well,
It's
we're
not
all gonna
gonna-
suck it.
last.
Everyone's going to be down 1 fatigue automatically from lack of sleep. So if you failed the health roll earlier, you don't need to take another one. But everyone will be down 1 fatigue. Whoever's staying on watch is going to be down 2.
Yeah, well, Balder's a light sleeper, so he's gonna basically be up anyway. But his
Well, my shooter's
perception's
gonna
not
stay
the
up. It's
greatest.
fine.
The Pictish is already asleep.
It settles that.
So feel free to adjust your fatigues to 1, and whoever's going to be on watch until
Yep.
sunrise will be 2.
Yep. Adjusted.
Yep, same for materials.
Right. New plan.
Yeah,
Right, so
our plan of going over
Operation-
that wall would have been awesome. if it wasn't
Operation
for that.
Blue Light is a no-go.
So
All right.
the sun rises. It doesn't look like there's anyone following. Of course, you can't see the area where the previous fight took place, but you imagine it's not going to be long before they start sending out a search party to find the search party.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ambush that search party.
We need.
It may well also be that the search party has already found the previous guys, so that you can't see that location.
Or the local critters have.
That too.
We need to, once we've rested up a bit, we need to relocate somewhere where we can get visibility on the traffic going in and out of the town, if not the town itself.
All right, give me a universe reaction. You'll need a good or better to be able to get some sort of elevation. Otherwise, any nearby stuff is all at forest level. And of course, you're not going to have any optics.
Who wants to do it? I can do it.
Okay, Boulder, do it.
You made this suggestion, I suppose.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
so-
appropriate.
There's not enough
How is it
elevation.
everything's low?
Suppose we could send a Pentius up a tree.
You're still not going to have enough elevation. You'd just be looking at the top of the canopy. You won't be able to see down into the village.
I'd happily
Could
cast
send
Scribe.
Balder up with him?
I'd happily cast Scribe, but I'm going to reserve that for next.
No, don't do that. Don't cast anything.
I'm going to do that next week. Next week.
No, don't cast anything. We're
Next
afraid
week.
you're going to give us 17 again.
Next week.
What
No,
are
you're
the
going to get an
chances?
18 next week.
There's been
It'll all
that
be
many
threes and
rolls.
fours. It'll be all 3s and 4s next week.
That's what you think.
I don't have faith in that.
There's got to be a mod or a hack that just gives us 3s and 4s.
Well, at least the bad rolls have been consistent for GM and players.
This is true.
So, what was your tracking roll in the box?
I'm not saying.
Better than yours.
Was it? Because if it was, they would have found us.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
It depends on what you're doing. The sun has risen, so you no longer have any darkness penalties. Are you planning to relocate or
Yeah,
what's going on?
we're gonna relocate where we can get visibility on the traffic coming in and out of the village
So
and
you're
or
going
the
to get-
village itself.
You're going to get closer.
We're going to relocate, and that relocating may be closer.
Well,
Good
it'll have to be
times.
closer since you don't have any elevation. Wow. So we're pretty much at time. You
And we're
guys,
right where we left off.
you're exactly where you started.
Except one day later.
And 6 guards dead.
Awesome.
Well,
So-
congratulations, we have eliminated 10% of their force.
Yeah. So just so you understand, the reason I'm talking about the traffic in and out is because if, for example, there is a slave wagon or something coming in and out, we could potentially jump the slave wagon instead of the actual whole town.
Okay, so in the time that you observe, you will not see any such slave wagon. However, come the morning, maybe sort of mid-morning, you will hear the sound of drums beating from the village. And let's actually no need for perception rolls. You will hear that the drum chorus is joined by distant drums.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. We're going to have to kill all of the Picts.
Yeah, this sucks.
Whose stupid idea was this?
I just hope we go ahead and make new characters.
Twist of fate.
Our deaths are
What's a
getting
twist?
more. Our deaths are
Truly,
getting more epic by the minute.
All right, so I guess that's probably a good place to leave it. You guys are, where is it? You guys are back here,
Such progress.
except it's daytime.
And we're in the woods trying to hide while we observe.
All right, since you did not do any proper first aid, you only bandaged, you passed the, I think it's half an hour. You have half an hour to do something. So any injuries that are currently sustained will remain. They can't be first aided better
So they heal naturally over time, right?
after a day, but it hasn't been a day, so you don't get to roll yet. Wow, 8 critical fails.
That's oof.
I have never rolled so badly.
We absolutely had Mills dice.
Mhm.
You need to take them back.
All right, so everyone will get 2 points.
I will be
Woot.
out next Saturday.
Right, we knew that, didn't we?
Tragically, he's going to turn into a monster, and we're going to have to put him down.
Or send him in the village.
Cool.
All right. Any questions or anything like that that you want to take care of before we begin?
Not yet.
Or before we end, I should say.
I have none.
Nah.
No.
All right, so if you're watching this and you have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye-bye.
See ya.